ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Winning a gold medal has its rewards, and the top under-17 quarter miler in the country got a new understanding of those perks during a special assembly. Vaughn Albury has the story.
It was Wendell Miller Day at the C.R. Walker Secondary School Friday. The tall, lanky, shy and unassuming 400-meter Carifta champion got a hero's welcome, cheered on by his peers and teachers. Principal T. Nicola McKay read the proclamation.
Whereas Wendell William Miller, without the formal training that takes years to develop the athletic skills of an athlete, that with raw talent, he skyrocketed into fame and the annals of the sporting history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas by winning gold in the 400 meters and silver in the 400 meters relay at the 2019 Carifta Games.
The 16-year-old gifts included a trophy, certificate, athletic wear, gift pack, IMAX theater tickets, a lunch date with the principal, and money collected from all teachers, topped off with a crown. The Augusta Street resident spoke about his winning race.
I was thinking when it's your time to shine, but in my mind saying, when they can kill you.
You say they can kill you, but they ain't kill you.
So they keep it up, coming back strong, and I represent my country well.
What did your Jungle music do for you over there?
It inspired me. It made me feel more happy and I have more supporters.
His mother, Barbara Miller, got the good news from his coach, Edno Roll.
I was to work and I tell my boss, I say, Lord, my son, just spin this. I couldn't stay one place. I was up and down all day.
His father, Wendell Brown, was overjoyed.
I feel very proud. My heart is very filled. And I'm very happy for him. I'll always remember to stay right here as long as I live.
And his sister, Chantel Newman, says they support Wendell's next goal.
He said the Olympics, and I say Olympics.
And indeed, Wendell has already told his family that his next goal is the Olympics. So C.R. Walker is looking for him to go to the Olympics and to bring back a medal. And guess what? The Bahamas is behind them. I am Vaughn Albury, ZNS Total Sports.
Now, April has been a big month for Bahamian athletes, and as Amajal Noel tells us, it all culminated with a grand celebration.
Well, yesterday, several of the country's junior national teams were celebrated for their accomplishments over the past 2 months, honoring the Bahamas' Carifta swimming, track, and water polo teams, as well as the Bahamas Fed Cup team that placed second in Peru, who's the Minister of Sports, the Honorable Lanisha Roll. Now, several of the athletes also reflecting on their experiences on representing the Bahamas on an international level.
We just went there and we just gave it our all. And I remember each race, we made sure we're shouting for each other, screaming for each other, and making sure that we bring the gold back for the Bahamas.
After spending a week together, we've just bonded so closely. We've performed together, we've raced together, and we've supported each other through everything.
It's always a good time representing your country, going out there, competing at a very high level, and always coming back and bringing, medals, gold medals, back home.
My experience at Carifta wasn't the best, but I am so grateful to come out with a silver and bronze medal. And injury-free, thanks to God. As team captain, my role was to make sure my teammates were as comfortable as possible to perform to the best of their abilities.
We don't have the big entourage as track and field or swimming has, but the people that were there supporting me, my parents were there supporting us, and we had members of the BLT, Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association, there supporting us as well, and it felt like it was the whole of the Bahamas that was there supporting us.
And the minister also offering these kind words to the gathering of athletes.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome home and recognize the hard work of our 2019 Carifta athletes. Your performances were nothing short of exceptional, and for this you ought to be proud. Our country is grateful, and history will forever remember your names and indeed your performances.
The Bahamas finishing first in Carifta swimming, second in track and water polo, as well as finished second at the Fed Cup in Peru. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
The Men's Pan American Bowling Championships coming to a close in Peru in the final session of trios last night. Greg Taylor, Stan Bethel, and Kelsey Roll finishing with 3,145 pins and a 175 average. The team competition wrapping it up today. Bethel and Roll teaming with Tyrone Knowles, Johan Pyfrom, and Kevin Williams. The quintet through 3 games, 2,687 pins and a 179 average. Well, the 66th National Family Island Regatta winding down. We head to Exuma, where our Charles Fisher is standing by.
Yes, good evening, Johnny. Welcome to Regatta Park. It was a day dominated by Long Island and one skipper in particular, Stephen Knowles, aboard Willie K in Class C. He took the cannon there, followed by Aiden Wright and Bull Reg. Then over in Class B, aboard the new Susan Chase. He won that, lonesome down for the second, and finishing third was Old Boy. And then he jumped on board, Running Tide, won that, Legend second, and tied away for the third. As you can hear in the background, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force marching band about to grace the boulevard here. But before we get there, we'll speak with Commodore of the National Family Regatta, Danny Strawn. And Danny, a pretty 2 good days of sailing so far.
Oh yeah, we got off to a fantastic start on Tuesday with the church service. The church service set the tone for what took place this week so far. And on Wednesday, we had some exciting races. Today, on Thursday, the same thing. And the day was extremely competitive. And I want to congratulate Stephen Knowles for winning the 3 classes today.
Besides Class C, A and B is still up for grabs come Saturday.
Oh yes, the races are very competitive, and any gun can play on Saturday, even in the B class. So it's not over yet until the fat lady sings.
A pretty good regatta. This is the first time I've been here in about 3 years, and this is the largest crowd I've ever seen in quite some time.
Oh yeah, the people are just beginning to come. I just came from the airport. 4 flights, landed, and the flights were jam-packed with people, and 2 more coming in again tonight. So this island gonna sink with people, tonight and tomorrow.
They say all good things must come to an end, but this regatta is going to end tomorrow, and we're going to be honoring Jacob Higgins, Stafford Ambrister, and Delworth Gibson.
Delworth Gibson, yeah. Those 3 guys deserve the honor that we're going to give them. They've been in the vineyard toiling for so many years, and so it's only right and important that we honor them. We're also going to honor some of our hard-working committee members. They're in the background putting this all together, working 12 months a year. No pay, and just voluntary, to do the things we have to do in order to get this, town and the regatta ready for all of the visitors and patrons that we have down here this week. We
So
got 1,000 of persons here.
So if you're thinking of some place to go this weekend, you still have time to jump on the plane, jump on the boat tomorrow morning, come on down here to Georgetown and Summer. It's going to be a fun-filled day, lots of excitement on the season and lots of excitement on the shore.
Yes, on the shore. The Defense Force, Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band is performing now. Tomorrow we're going to have the Police Band. And tonight we can have some of the top artists here from the Bahamas right here on this side. So everybody's going to just have a wonderful time. And I just want to admonish people to be safe. The roads are narrow, and if you don't know where you're going, please make sure have a designated driver with you. Somebody who's not going to be drinking, but somebody who's going to take you back home safely.
That is Commodore Danny Strawn. I don't know how he does it. Couple months ago, I saw him someplace. He's back to full strength now. He'll be out here when we come out in the morning, 6 o'clock, and he's going to be out here all night. Danny, I don't know how you do it, but you need to be on it.
That's right. The thing is, I'm never looking for that kind of accolade. I just want an opportunity to make a contribution to the island of my birth. And I think, I'm doing a pretty good job. I don't want to blow my own horn, but people are saying, that we've moved the regatta to another level. So somebody now needs to come after me and take it further.
All right, thanks a lot, Danny Strawn, the Commodore of this year's regatta, joining us on the broadcast tonight. That's going to be it from here, Johnny, but as you can hear in the background, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force marching band. Hopefully we can get some of that to close out the Bahamas tonight.
Thanks a lot, Charles. Like we said, 1 more day of sailing left, so it should be pretty good down there tomorrow in Exuma. Well, the 2019 River States Conference men's tennis tournament that began last night with an award ceremony. Asbury University junior Joshua Turnquist named the Conference Player of the Year. He was the clear-cut choice as the 21st ranked player in the NAIA. He went undefeated in conference play and beat 3 ranked opponents during the course of the season, which also earned him all-conference first-team honors. As for the conference tournament itself, that swung into play today. The Asbury Eagles seeded number 1, Turnquist teaming with Felipe Panuela for an 8-1 win at number 2 doubles. He then clinched the team win for the Eagles with a 6-3, 6-2 victory at number 1 singles, propelling them into the final tomorrow. The semifinals of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Women's Tennis Tournament on court today as well. And for the second day in a row, Africa Smith and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats pulling the upset. They won 4-2 over the Florida A&M Rattlers. Africa with double duty. She won her match at number 6 singles, 6-love, 6-3, and teamed with Rihanna Butt for another victory at number 1 doubles, 6-2. Africa and the Wildcats play for the conference title tomorrow against South Carolina State with a trip to the NCAAs on the line. The news not so good for Aisha Shepard and the Chicago State Cougars women's tennis team at the Western Athletic Conference Tournament. They fell in first-round action today to the University of Texas Rio Grande 4-2. Aisha and Anastasia Goncharova losing their match at number 1 doubles 6-2. At number 5 singles, Aisha locked in at a set all when Rio Grande already had the team win in hand. The Bahamas Elite Sports Academy underway with its 4th annual Top Elite Showcase. Today was all about the student athletes who want to take their game to the next level on the basketball court. But come tomorrow morning, between the hours of 7 and 9, the attention switches to the grown-ups with a coach's clinic right back at the AF Adderley Gym.
We're going to have all of the equipment and everything you have to show the techniques for training, individual skills improvement. We're not focusing on how to run a play. We're not worried on how to play the zone. We may go through that, but we're focusing on skills development and how coaches could develop their players. It's not all about trying to win a game at your level. It's how to develop the players to get the best out of them, to move them forward.
In addition to basketball, American football also on the schedule this year. That starts 10 a.m. at the Tom the Bird Grant Park.
Everybody is not a basketball player. We have basketball players that we recommended to go ahead and play football because, you know, it's an opportunity as well. The market is wide open for football players in the Bahamas. Bahamian kids are naturally aggressive and they're naturally talented. So, you know, we decided to bring over a football scout that is also looking for high school, prep school, and college players.
And that will do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.